Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dalton, and this is Dealits TV. If this is your very first time here, we talk about all things investing with my tips, tricks, and insight into the stock market. So if that's something that interests you, you're looking to increase the size of your portfolio, quickly jump down, click that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so you can be alerted when new content comes out. Post a ton of different content you're definitely not going to want to miss. What we're going to be talking about in this video here today is Robinhood Investing. More specifically, a beginner's guide to the desktop version of Robinhood Investing. If you missed my previous video, I pretty much gave a to Z investing breakdown for the Robinhood application. It's the method that I choose to invest. I love the Robinhood app. I use it all the time, no matter where I am. It's one of my favorite investing apps out there to use. So that's why I made that one. But in this video here today, not a lot of people that I know actually use the desktop version. And I just wanted to give a full guide on how to use Robinhood Investing on the web. So with that being said, and without further ado, let's just jump right into the platform. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to click and head over to the Robinhood homepage, and this is what you see when you load up. This is my account right here. I have invested previously. That's why you're seeing that $7,940 range. And you can see all my stocks on the right-hand side. There's a few tabs at the top, but what I'm going to do is give you an entire platform breakdown starting with the home screen here. So you can see displayed there is the total account value. You can break down the past day, week, month, 3 month, 1 year, or all time. You can continue scrolling down and you can see right here off the bat, I have a free stock waiting for me for inviting Jasmine. And if you guys didn't know, Robinhood offers a really great referral program where essentially if you use my referral code, you use a friend's referral code, you're going to sign up, you're going to get yourself a free stock. It's going to give me a free stock as well, or whoever's referral code you use. So I'd highly recommend if you're considering opening up a Robinhood account, you definitely want to take advantage, use someone's referral code, get yourself a free stock. It is free money. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like if I were to claim the stock right now. You can see I can pick a card to reveal the stock. Let's go for this one right here. And I click on that, and what I'm going to do right now, and you can see that just like that for free, I get a $7.05 stock for Ford Motor, and I can continue back to Robinhood. So that has now been added to my account. I'm going to exit out of that, and you can see on the home screen, we're going to have a news breakdown. A lot of this is the types of companies that you're investing in. It'll show up, it'll populate some of those relevant news articles for you, but it's just cool. It's an easy, quick way to get some of the relevant stock information. If you are looking for what's going on in the market, this might be a decent section just to see some of those headline stories. Now, it's easy. You can just click into one. I'll open it up on a new tab. If I was interested in this, it's going to take you, you can see right to the CNBC website here for that particular article. And there's a bunch of other ways you can go about it. You can see as you scroll down just a little bit more, you're going to get your top movers. So that's going to be what stocks are gaining the most percentage on the day or losing the most percentage. So you can see Nikola is up 42% today. So that's pretty crazy. And then you have things like ACM Research being down 27.98%. So it's just a cool little momentum, I guess, section you can look at if you wanted to jump in on any of those. It's kind of risky to do that, but it's just cool to see some of those top movers right off the bat. Then as you go down, you just have a couple more news articles here, and that's pretty much the home screen layout for this portion of the application, for this portion of the web. You're going to get a lot of information there. You can see that if you go back up to the top, if you look on the right-hand side at all times, this is going to be following you. That is the stocks, and those are the ones that I currently am investing in. There's 3 dots here, so you can basically sort it however you want. You can do last price, your equity, today's return, or total return. So what I'm going to do is just look at that's today's return. Obviously, the market is having a little bit of a red day, as you can see, but I'm going to go ahead, sort by my equity. Now, that's typically how I like to sort by my equity. I like to have it organized in my portfolio based on the equity. So you can see SPHD at the top with $1.91 thousand. And then as it goes down, I get down to $152 in something like Citigroup. So what's really cool is you can click into any of these stocks at any time. So for in particular, this ETF SPHD, if I click into it, I get a nice breakdown of it. And this is exactly what it looks like when you're looking to buy and sell as well. So if I go back to the home screen and let's say you want to invest in a stock, there is this search icon here at the top of the webpage, and you can search for something like, let's do Apple, for example. Apple's one that I'm investing in. Everyone knows Apple, a lot of traction around Apple right now. And this is exactly what it looks like. So you can see at the very top, it's kind of like tags, right? Like hashtags. So Apple is seen in 100 most popular. It's seen in the California and hardware categories. Now, this is a cool little tab. If I click into the 100 most popular, you can see on Robinhood what's being traded, what are the most popular applications that are traded on Robinhood. And this is just a section I like to look at, see what people are interested in, see where the momentum is, see where everything's going on. But that's not necessarily the only way that I pick my stocks. There's a lot that goes into it when you're picking stocks. So I recommend if you're looking for new stocks, maybe it's a good spot to start, but you definitely want to back all the information that you have. Now, if I go back here, you can see Apple, as you own stock in this. So I've already bought Apple. You can see my market value right here is $649.11, constantly changing because that's how the stock market works. The stocks are constantly changing in price. So I got my today's return, negative $39, and total return, positive $54 on this investment. You can see my average cost is $104.44. The current trade is at $114.12, and this makes up around 8.2% of my portfolio. You can go full screen on this if you want to, and just review the chart here. And you can see, you can sort it by day, week, month, 3-month, and 1 year, as well as 5 year, depending on the range. So it's pretty cool there. I'm going to go back and you can do the same thing here. So you got day, week, month, 3-month, 1 year, and 5 year. Pretty cool. 61% of people, our analysts out there, are saying that Apple is a buy. Another way to help just make some of those decisions, you get about information. If you scroll down, you can see it talks about Apple, basically what they do, what they offer, how they operate. It gives you the CEO here. So you got Tim Cook, you got the number of employees, where it's headquarters, when it was founded, the market cap. And, you know, I love investing in some of those higher market cap companies. That's why Apple's pretty big on my radar. Price to earnings ratio, you got the dividend yield and average volume. Now, just as a quick disclaimer, Robinhood is not always 100% accurate with the information on their website. Really sucks. I think that as a brokerage, that should be a main priority, but it's very important that if you want more information on the Robinhood app, if you want more information on the stocks in general that you're investing in, I would highly recommend double checking any of those values. So for example, if you are a dividend investor and you see this dividend yield of 0.53, you might want to look that up online just to make sure it's 100% accurate. I use things like Yahoo Finance to back some of those decisions that I make. And then you can see the related list here again. As you scroll down, these are the news articles that pertain to Apple itself. So you got all of these really cool articles that are going to be limited in the view. You're not going to get a bunch of junk here. It's going to be mainly about the investment, and it's going to help make decisions there. You've got this section where you can see what the bulls are saying about Apple. So it's pretty much going to be like, oh yeah, this is a great stock. This is why you should invest and all this stuff. And then you have the bears, what the bears are saying, why you shouldn't be investing in it. Now, these are from Morningstar. Morningstar is a really great company where you can get a lot of awesome information about investing. If you scroll down, you're going to see their earnings, and this is a really cool section. So you can see if they're actually beating, making, missing earnings expectations. You can see the estimated is kind of like a little grayed out green, or sorry, a little bit more transparent than the neon greens that are going to be here. So you can see exactly where they are in a visual representation. So Q1 2019, they were on target. Q1 2020, they beat expectations. Same with Q3 and Q2. Cool to look at things like that. You have your history. So if I go to show more here, it's going to show all the history that I have within making the investment within Apple. So if I scroll down, the oldest thing that I did was a market buy in June of 2016, one share at $99.32. And then you can see I was actually able to capitalize on a few shares, $234 back in October of 2016, but I didn't start investing in Apple again until March of 2018. So a little bit of a gap there. So you got your orders. This is how you can filter it out here. You got your orders. So if you only want to see your orders, or you can see just your dividend payments. So you can see right here, I've had a few different dividend payments being made. I'm a dividend investor. I love dividends. So this section, I find myself in a pretty decent amount. Now let me go back to the stock itself. And now that I'm back here, so this is a cool little section. If you're looking for more stocks, people who bought Apple are also buying Tesla, which is in my portfolio, Microsoft, which is in my portfolio, and Amazon, which is in my portfolio. Another one is Facebook, but it's just cool to see that, you know, this is where you can group. You can see a lot of those similar stocks, what people are buying. It's another great option. So let me show you, if I were to want to buy something like Apple stock, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is you can select what you want to invest in, shares or dollars. So let's do shares. Let's say you wanted 3 shares of Apple. You could just do it like that. Plain and simple. You can review order, and then you can, obviously I don't have the funds in my account. If I wanted to, I could deposit and make that transaction. But this is something that I think everybody should be aware of within the application, within the web platform. No matter where you're investing is, this is where you can change the type of order. So I never do market price. I never do unless I'm buying fractional shares, because that's the only thing you can do when buying fractional shares. But essentially every time that I do something is I make sure that I do a limit buy. So what I do for a limit buy is you go here to the top right, you can see various different types of buying stocks. You got market orders, limit orders, stop loss, stop limit, trailing stop, and recurring order. So what I like to do is limit orders. And basically what this does is I'm not going to buy Apple stock unless it's this specific price or lower. So if I wanted them for, it's trading at $113.72. Let's say Apple in my mind is worth no more than $113.50. I could enter that in there. I'm guaranteeing that I will not buy the stock unless it's at $113.50 or below that. This is something that no matter how much money you have in your portfolio, you can take advantage of every single dollar going into the market by doing this specific thing. This is exactly what I do on all of my trades, and I would highly recommend that if you are trading, you do the limit buy. And the same thing goes for selling. So if I hop over to the sell section, let's say I wanted to sell some, typically it's going to default to market price, and you would just hit 3. You can review order and submit. But again, I do that limit order because what that does is it guarantees that I'm going to make that much money. So if I wanted to sell this for $114 or more, I could do something like that. And you can set it for any price out there. You can do it really anywhere you want. As long as the price either goes to that range, it will sell, or if it goes higher than that range, it will sell as well, typically for whatever that limit is that you set. So that's really, really cool, really key information. Let me go back to buy here. Another thing that's really cool is this recurring order. So you can actually have individual recurring investments made into your Robinhood account. So let's say I wanted to invest $10 into Apple. We're going to start it today, or we'll start it tomorrow, which is the 9th. The frequency, I didn't want to do it daily, but let's do weekly. And it's going to take from buying power, or you can do it from your bank account. But if I wanted it from buying power, that's all you need to do, review order, and you could submit it that way. And that's going to set up recurring investments, something that's really, really interesting, really great. If you guys are interested in trading options, it's not something that I would recommend to beginners, people who don't really know much about options. I myself have traded options in the past. It's not my favorite because I get a little bit too risky. It's pretty much gambling on the market for me. But if you want to trade options, this is the section you do it. You can buy calls, you can sell puts, you can buy puts, there's so many different ways that you can go about the trading of options here. But it is one of the nicer options platforms out there, I think, in terms of the visual breakdown. So you can see the share price right now is always going to be displayed right there in the middle. It's going to mark it for you. So the share price is $113.80. Let's say I thought it was going to go up, and I wanted one that expired on the 16th of October. It's going to take you right to that section, and you can see if I wanted to buy any of these here. If I thought it was going to go up to a strike price of $120, I could go for this one here, and that's right where I would buy it. But like I said, I'm not huge into trading options. I feel like there's way too much risk that comes along with it, and I really can't control my emotions, let's say, when it comes to investing in options. So what I try to do is stick to some of those blue chip stocks. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you're taking anything away from this video, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, you're learning, make sure that you hit that like button. It just lets me know to continue making content just like this for you guys. Thanks again. Now let me go back to the home screen here. If I click on, let's go over some of the tabs here, free stocks. This is where you basically get that referral code that I was talking about. If you want to share it with your friends, this is where you go for that. Mine is on the screen, obviously, and then it'll be in the description of this video, as I mentioned. You can see this is where your pending invites are. And then you also have at the very bottom, those who took advantage of your stock. So you can see who has actually used your referral code. So it's pretty cool. It is a really, really great feature. You can go into your portfolio here, which basically takes you back to that home screen because that's just how Robinhood is laid out. You have this cash section. Lots of information here on this cash section. This is essentially where you can transfer money from your bank account into the Robinhood account. So you can see from TD Bank to Robinhood, I could set my amount. Let's say I wanted $10 in there, review transfer, and I could submit. Super simple. It's going to give you access to the buying power almost immediately when you transfer it in. So that's really nice. You can see my cash value right now. I've invested all of the money in my account. So it's at $0, and you can see account details, your history right here. So all these dividends rolling in. Love it. Beginning of the month. Love to see the dividends, and you can see the interest earned. So basically, Robinhood has introduced cash management. If you don't know anything about it, check out cash management. It's a really cool thing, a really great feature you should definitely take advantage of no matter what if you use Robinhood Investing, in my opinion. So what it is essentially a checking account, but in that checking account, you get a debit card. I don't even use a debit card. I pretty much just got it for the APY, which is 0.3%, as you can see on the screen. This is money that you make just for having money in the Robinhood account without even investing it. So any money that you have uninvested, you're going to earn money on top of it. So I've had cash management for a few months now, and you can see I'm sitting at $1.90 just of accrued interest, basically meaning that this is $1.90 more than what I would have had if I just was having my money sit in the account beforehand if I didn't have access to cash management. So I'd highly recommend getting on the list if you can. This is where you have your card information. So I'm not going to show my number for obvious reasons. And you can see you could lock your card, lock withdrawals, change PIN, and report any problems that you have with your card. And you can actually set up bills and direct deposit here. So really cool features there to use, and you can take advantage of just getting money in various ways and being consistent with your investments. So let me head over here and go to the messages tab. So this is, if I view all the messages here, it's kind of interesting. It's like a little text message breakdown for everything going on with your investments. It's one that I think is just appealing to new investors because it's really easy to see, to get a visual breakdown and to see what's going on with your investments. So this is where it talks about, look at, this is where I got the free shared of Ford. Goes back to February 25th. And basically it just shows you your entire breakdown of your history with those companies, with those stocks. You can ask any questions if you're confused. It's just trying to help those investors, some of those younger investors, to get more information. You can drill into your account setting here. It's going to give you your portfolio value, your buying power, Robinhood Gold, which a lot of people ask me, in my opinion, is it worth getting Robinhood Gold? I'm going to let you make the call for yourself, but I think there's a lot of features in Robinhood Gold that you can find online for free without having to pay. So that's why I myself do not have Robinhood Gold. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who really love it, but that's where I sit with it. You have your account section here, your banking. You can go in there, basically link banking accounts. This is where you can set up your recurring investments as well. I do not have any recurring investments right now, but what I do is have basically a dividend reinvestment program like the DRIP, where any of the dividends that I'm paid from Robinhood is going to go back into a lot of those stocks that I'm already investing in. So you can see this is where you get more of your stocks and portfolio breakdown. So stocks and options makes up 100% of my portfolio, my investment portfolio right now. I don't have cash in this particular account. I have it in other high interest savings account. And you can see your stocks right here, just get more of a breakdown. And you can see there's a lot of great information here. This is where you look. If you are day trading, if you guys didn't know, you can only make 3 day trades in a week trading period. Otherwise, you're going to be marked as a patent day trader. And trust me, you don't even want to know about that. You just don't want to do it. You don't want to be marked as that. You're going to have a very hard time with your trades. And then you can see this is the dividend reinvestment, which I was talking about. You can go into settings. You can turn it on. You can turn it off. You can see I have it on right now. And what I do is I reinvest in a lot of different companies that I am investing in, but that's where I would actually highly suggest, if you guys want to be more of a hands-off investor, you know, it's the best method for me because I really don't have to worry about my stocks, and setting up that recurring investment, I don't even need to think twice about it. It's just nice to have. So going back into the account section here again, some of this information is actually wrong. I need to change my employment and stuff, but it's not a huge deal. I won't take care of that right now. You can just get a lot of different, investment profile information here. You can do a lot of things. If you're ever worried about your security, I would always recommend, when it comes to money, when it comes to investing, you don't want to mess around. You don't want to screw around with that stuff. 2-factor authentication. This has saved me so many times. Just being public with your profiles, public with your investing, especially as a YouTuber. I've noticed that multiple times people try and sign into my account. Luckily, I have two-factor authentication on, so anytime that happens, I get alerted and I know exactly what I need to do. If I need to change my password, if it's not me trying to get in, I can block them out. Super, super useful, and something that pretty much everybody, when it comes to money, when it comes to investing, I think that they should have on. If you guys want to, learn how to contact, maybe you have some questions about Robinhood, it's not doing it for you. You can't figure out some things. You can always go to the help center, and maybe you were wanting to learn more about buying a stock, trade buying a stock. And you can go in here, it'll give you a breakdown if you're on iOS, Android, or web. So if I was on web, it's going to tell you exactly how to do it. There's a lot of great information that you can find on this portion, this website right here. And I've used it several times in the past when I was having issues. The other thing is you can reach out, you can actually contact the Robinhood team. And the only way to do that, though, is via email, which kind of sucks. It's really important to have that customer service, though. They do a really, really great job of getting back to you. I just always wish there was a phone number that you could call. So if I had a category, investing topic, that's kind of funny. I didn't realize they had an Apple or Tesla forward split option. There was probably just so many questions that were getting asked about that. But let's say day trade issues. We'll continue here. Basically, you just type in what your issue is, you send it, and it's attached to the email that you created the account with, so you should hear back from a response with them. I haven't really waited over a day for anything. If I do have any issues, I typically will tweet at the Robinhood help account, and they're really, really good about getting back to you. So if you are having a lot of issues, then go there. I don't anticipate that there will be a lot of issues. The biggest thing with Robinhood is that sometimes their platform, it will go down when the trading volume is so high during historic events where, it really sucks when that happens. But if you're a long-term safe, you're a like-minded dividend investor, you're similar to me, you don't necessarily have to worry about all those little issues that arise. If something happens, you can't make a trade. It's not like you were making these huge day trades that were really going to make or break your portfolio. And if you are new to investing, I think it's very important that you don't, overstep your boundaries. You don't act like you know everything. Maybe you just take it easy. You don't want to just send all your money in, lose all your money, because trust me, I've been there. So many other people have been there. You need to learn from others' mistakes. Don't do it yourself. So anyways, guys, that's exactly what I have for you in this video here today. If you have any questions at all about Robinhood investing, leave them in the comment section down below. I will be sure to get back to you. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and have a great day.